In every peaceful community, there lies a hidden power, a quiet war between homeowners and the HOA. But sometimes, the wrong person gets pushed too far. This is the story of a man with a blueprint for revenge and the engineering brilliance to make it unstoppable. Daniel Whitaker wasn't your typical homeowner. He wasn't obsessed with curb appeal or perfectly trimmed hedges. He was an engineer, a thinker, a problem solver, a man of logic, not lawn gossip. After 15 years working in urban infrastructure design, Daniel had finally saved enough to move into a beautiful home in Rosewood Hills, a pristine, HOA-controlled neighborhood known for its symmetry, silence, and strict rules. But Daniel didn't mind the rules. Not at first. He had something else in mind, a sustainable, self-powered garage. Solar panels. Rainwater harvesting. Ev çargır. An engineering marvel in miniature. He filed the plans, sent them to the HOA board, checked every line of their architectural guidelines. It was flawless, or so he thought. The first confrontation came early. Daniel was surveying his yard, blueprint in hand, when he heard the unmistakable sound of heels stomping on pavement. It was Linda Gardner, the HOA president, retired school principal, enforcer of suburban perfection. She marched up like a storm cloud in a pastel blazer. "Mr. Whitaker, I reviewed your construction proposal. That structure is unsuitable for our neighborhood aesthetic." Daniel, calmly. "It meets every dimensional and color requirement. There's no clause against solar infrastructure." Linda, cold. "We reserve the right to reject anything we find visually disruptive. You'll hear from us." And she turned without another word. Daniel sighed. He'd dealt with bureaucrats before, but something about Linda felt different. 3 days later, Daniel received his first HOA letter. Violation notice. Unauthorized structure planning.
Fine. $500.
He hadn't even built anything yet. Confused, Daniel checked the HOA bylaws again. Section 5B, pre-construction review, didn't forbid his project. In fact, it encouraged environmentally conscious additions if they matched the home style. Daniel submitted an appeal. Denied. A second letter arrived. Then a third. Fines stacked up like bricks. $1,000. $2,500. $4,000. Neighbors started whispering. Some supported Daniel. Others stayed silent. A few took photos. Linda? She smiled during morning walks. Waved at him like nothing was wrong. But Daniel wasn't panicking. He was calculating. Daniel went back to the drawing board, literally. He made small changes. Recalculated angles. Adjusted roofline pitch to 18 degrees. Shifted panel colors to HOA-approved brown. He hired a licensed inspector. Then 2 more. All of them certified that the new design was structurally sound, aesthetically compatible, and legally compliant. He resubmitted the proposal. And waited. 10 days later, another rejection. Reason? Design lacks traditional harmony with neighboring dwellings. What did that even mean? Daniel snapped. Not with anger, but action. He filed a formal complaint to the county building department. He contacted a real estate attorney. And he requested all internal HOA communications under the Sunshine Act. It was time to fight the engineer's way. Daniel's lawyer, Ms. Farrow, uncovered something interesting. In the past 6 months, 9 out of 10 homeowner applications had been approved, except Daniel's.
Why?
He had built a paper trail. Even better, some HOA board members expressed concerns about Linda's increasingly personal targeting of Daniel. One board member even wrote, "Linda's obsession with Daniel is turning into a vendetta. He's following the rules, and she's making up new ones." Daniel prepared his lawsuit. "Your Honor, I have evidence that every design I submitted fell within code. The HOA rejected it not based on rules, but on opinion. Worse, they weaponized fines to stop me." He walked to the projector. A photo of the original design appeared. Then the revised one. Then the surrounding homes. All of them had similar structures. Gasps filled the room. Then came the HOA's turn. Linda stood up. The judge ruled in Daniel's favor, and then some. All fines were dropped. The HOA was ordered to pay Daniel's legal fees, over $12,000. They were also mandated to rewrite their bylaws to comply with updated environmental standards. Linda, removed as HOA president 2 weeks later. Daniel? He built his garage and made it even bigger than before. Within 6 months, for more homeowners added solar features. Daniel even helped some with their designs. Rosewood Hills didn't become a neighborhood of control anymore. It became a neighborhood of innovation. Daniel's quiet war had changed everything. Not with noise, not with rage, but with brilliance. When they tried to crush his ideas, he built something stronger. When they buried him in fines, he turned paper into power. When they underestimated him, they forgot one thing. Engineers don't guess. They calculate, they adapt, and they always build to win.